Bonjour, bienvenue à cette deuxième leçon de la lecture du tibétain. Lors de la première leçon, nous avions vu les 4 lettres So, Ri, Me, Pu. Lors de cette leçon, nous allons voir 3 nouvelles lettres. Elles sont les 3 de tonalité longue et basse. Ga, Ta, A. Encore une fois. Ga, Ta, A. Nous pouvons les trouver dans ce cercle en bas à droite. Voici quelques nouveaux mots de vocabulaire ainsi que des nouvelles règles pour apprendre à lire. Le premier mot est assez simple. Nous avons la lettre Ma avec le symbole de la voyelle I. Cette combinaison donne Mi. Le deuxième, je devrais vous dire, Mi veut dire personne, les gens. Le deuxième mot est constitué de 2 lettres. Nous voyons en effet qu'il n'y a point de point de séparation entre la première et la deuxième lettre, ce qui veut dire que ces 2 lettres se combinent ensemble pour former une syllabe. Une syllabe n'ayant qu'une seule voyelle, que se passe-t-il de la voyelle en trop? Elle va juste disparaître. Alors, comment choisir ce qui va disparaître et comment lire, etc. Ce n'est pas la première lettre qui est la lettre forcément principale de la syllabe, mais c'est en général la lettre qui a le symbole, le signe de voyelle. Et donc ici, la lettre principale est la première lettre. La voyelle reste, car la voyelle reste sur la lettre principale. Donc le Mi est cette lettre principale dans cette voyelle, dans cette syllabe. La deuxième lettre garde sa consonne, qui est G, et donc, ensemble, cette syllabe est lue mic, mic, qui veut dire œil. Le même principe s'applique au mot suivant. Nous avons 2 lettres. La première chose qu'il faut faire, c'est trouver la lettre principale. Ici, malheureusement, aucune règle grammaticale nous permet de savoir l'identifier. Il faut donc juste connaître ce mot. En général, ce n'est pas comme cela, mais environ 20, peut-être 30% des mots doivent être connus pour pouvoir les lire correctement. Alors ici, nous avons la lettre principale qui est à nouveau le Ma. Le Ra est une lettre qui est appelée une suffixe et qui garde seulement la prononciation de sa consonne R. Et donc, Ma plus R devient Mar. Et Mar veut dire le beurre. Donc ces 3 mots, Mi, Mic, Mar. Maintenant, nous avons un exercice de lecture. Je vous conseille vivement d'utiliser le bouton pause. Néanmoins, je vais lire chacune de ces lignes. La première ligne. So, Ri, Me, Pu, Mic, Mar, Pumo. La deuxième ligne. Tak, Te, Geshe, Par, So, Kare. La troisième ligne. Rak, Re, Mi, Ser. har, pum, rap. J'espère que vous avez réussi. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas à écrire dans les commentaires en dessous. Okay, so on the right you notice some words, and all these words are represented in these pictures. We've seen all these words, so it's a great exercise to go back and be sure we remember them. They're not written in English because your brain shouldn't rely on English when speaking and reading another language. It can, but it will be much more efficient if it doesn't. Okay, so you can again hit the pause button if you need it and go back as many times as you need. So the first picture, I'm going to go line by line again. So the first picture on the first. So we've got a few new words here. Notice what the dots are. That means that we have a syllable now with 3 letters. So remember what I told you last time, when you have a vowel sign within your syllable, that's where the root letter is, the main letter is. So here we've got, in the first word, a vowel sound E to the middle letter. So the letter before that is a prefix, and the letter after that is a suffix. So what do prefixes do? So far, nothing. We'll see what they can do, but here they do nothing. They are not pronounced. There are some dialects in which they're pronounced, but usually, really, 99% of the time it's not going to be pronounced. So forget about prefixes for the moment, for the time being. So imagine we only had 2 letters here. What would happen? What do you think happens? So the main letter is the one with the accent or with the vowel sound. So that's se. And we have this suffix which keeps its consonant but not its vowel. So what was that suffix? That's a ra. So it doesn't have this a vowel. So it's just a r. So here we have se plus r, becoming ser. The whole syllable is high and short because the king of that syllable is really the letter sa. So ser. Ser means gold. The next one, you have this heart-shaped brain. It's because it's mind. It's difficult to find a picture for that. The school Estukia, I think that's how it's pronounced, is in Dharamsala, actually came up with this PDF to help you learn to read, and they've used that. I think it's pretty good. I don't know, maybe you find a better picture you can use. That being said, so mind, usually in Tibetan culture, it's where the heart lies. I think most cultures in the world, traditional cultures, think the same. That's where we feel, right? So we have the main letter in this word being the first letter. So after the main letter, you have a suffix. And here, after the suffix, you again have a letter. So some people call that letter in English a post-suffix. What does it do? Pronunciation-wise, it doesn't do anything. There is a use for it, but at the moment, it's not really important at all. So, just remember you don't pronounce it. Unless you're from Ladakh, I think that's the only dialect of Tibetan where they do pronounce it. So here we have the letter sa with the vowel sign e and the suffix ma. So you add e to sa, which becomes se, and you add m to it, making it sem. So mine is sem. And the last word, I added something in parentheses because so we've seen, we have prefixes, we have suffixes, we have post suffixes, meaning that you can have a word or 3 different words that are spelled differently but that are pronounced exactly the same. So here we have such an example. We have 3 syllables that are pronounced exactly the same, and that means 3 different things. So have we seen so means tooth or teeth, and then it can be so that's a reading exercise. I'm going to read each line. I encourage you to press pause as many times as you need. So the first line is soup, said, sum, sa. Second line is sar, sam, sem. And last line is rok, rik, rik. So the last 2 words here are pronounced exactly the same. So we've learned quite a few words, right? So that's an exercise, a flashcard type exercise to help you remember the words. So you can press pause again. I read them now. So the first line, mar, sem. Second line, ser. Okay, so we have this circle that we've seen before. So remember, on the right, longer letters, on the left, shorter letters. The bottom half is low sounds and the upper half is high sounds. So you might have wondered what the prefixes were used for. And I told you before, they're not pronounced, but they might change the sounds in this circle, in the syllables. So that rule only applies to words or to syllables in which the main letter is a lower sounding letter, so from the bottom half of the circle. So when the main letter of a syllable is at the bottom of this circle, it means that if it has a prefix, it will move. How does it move? Clockwise. and only a quarter of a circle. So if we look at the letter on the bottom right here, it's te. So te, if you add a prefix to it, it will move a quarter of a circle clockwise to become short, but it's still low. So it becomes de, from te to de. If the letter starts there on the left and bottom part of the circle, like ma, or here the word mar. And if you add to that word, or to that syllable, a prefix, then it will again move clockwise 1/4 of a circle, and it becomes high. Mar. From mar to mar. And that's it. So letters that are high from the start, or syllables that are high from the start, in which the main letter is high, they will never move. Only lower sounding letters move. And only quarter of a circle, and only clockwise. So that's why this circle is very useful. Again, Shukya school came with it, and it's an amazing, brilliant idea. So we have a few new words here. They are very important words, like 3 of them are extremely important. So we've read that syllable before in the circle. The first one, so it's a letter ta with the vowel sound e, so it becomes te. Te means that. And that's why the hand is pointing further away. It's because it's that. Te. Next to that, we have, can you guess? This. So this is pretty easy to remember because it sounds a bit like English in a way. Well, the vowel is the same. It's an E vowel. So here we have ta became shorter because it moved in the circle, right? It moved clockwise 1/4 of a circle. So from long it became short. So from ta it became da. And with the vowel sound it becomes di. So di means this. Te that, ti this. Okay, so 2 new words here. I think that's the last 2 new words for this lesson. We have a word that means red. So again, a letter, the same letter we used for roppa, remember, for friend. So here, this pa is the same, the second syllable, with a vowel sound, and it becomes po. So it ends with po, right? So what about the first syllable? You've got 3 letters. So which one is the main letter? That's what you have to aim for. Try to find the main letter. There is no vowel sound, so it's very much harder. Remember we saw... Hey, reading exercise for you. Press pause. Really, I think you'll need it. I will read it. I hope to read it slowly enough. So the first line, sad, said, sum, mar, mad, mak. Third line, ko, go, ta, da, tak. Fourth line, ga, ka, du. Page So here we have again reading exercise and vocabulary exercise. So you can use the pause button and you should read each word and then try to remember what they mean. If you don't remember, go and look back. That's the best thing. Look back, use a dictionary, and you'll be annoyed at having to look many times for the same word, hopefully only once, and then you'll remember that word. So remember to hit pause if you need it. I'm gonna read the first line. Me. Here we have, I can't really teach that online. I mean, it's a bit difficult unless you have a very good graphic table, I think. Anyway, that's how you are supposed to, the order in which you are supposed to write these letters. That's the traditional way. So we had the letter K, and now we have the letters A and Da that we've seen during this lesson. So far we've got 4 plus 3 letters, 7 letters out of